All right, guys, here's the deal. I am living full time in an RV and I am chasing my ginormous dream of making it work. And yeah, making a little bit of money while I'm doing it. Not a lot yet, but I am 1000% sure that I will absolutely pull this off. So this week, I'm sharing a crazy new money making idea that literally hit me out of nowhere at the weirdest time. It was when I was at a country music festival a week ago, ordering a margarita and not even thinking about my fading finances. Odd timing, because trust me, I really need something right now. But here's the thing, I don't believe in coincidences, like, not at all. I think coincidences are just little nudges from the universe to push me to where I am meant to be going. So I am putting on my big girl panties and I am doing whatever it takes to make this dream a reality, even if it means stepping into uncharted waters. Plus, I'm going to give you the scoop on what I'm currently doing to scrape together any sort of income, what I've tried in the past but hasn't really panned out the way I thought, where my YouTube channel's at right now, and what this new idea is all about, which, lucky for you, you're going to have to wait and see the whole video or to skip to the end, but watch the whole video, please, because I'm going to tell you about this at the end. And I've got a feeling that it's going to be a wild ride. And I would love for you to join me every week to hear all the updates, the new adventures, and of course, the bumps along the way, because the reality is there will most definitely be some of those. If you want to see if I can pull this off, then stick around because I really think this is going to be epic. If any of you are new here and want to hear about how and why I chose to start this journey and get a glimpse into my current rig setup, then check out this video right there or right there. I don't know. I'm also going to leave a link in the description as well. First up, I want to talk about what I'm currently doing and have done to bring in some sort of income along the way over the last year. The reality is I've pretty much drained my savings over the past year, and the one part-time gig that I've had for 2 decades has slowed way down. But honestly, that's nothing new. Some years they drown me in work, and other years, like this one, I'm barely scraping by. Unfortunately, my first year on the road has been a barely scraping by year. So yeah, fun. Without boring you with the details, this job basically has me traveling to commercial properties and creating as-built for new fixture plans and new layouts. I am an interior designer by trade, so space planning and design, totally my jam. I use AutoCAD for anyone who's curious, and believe it or not, I found this job years ago on Craigslist. What? I know, sounds crazy now, but Craigslist was the place back then. I did get lucky finding them, and I still love the people I work with and who've been there this whole time. But, and cue the sad music, it's never been a reliable full-time income. And nowadays, competition is fierce, with so many folks willing to do the same work virtually for less. So between that and the fact that there's a lot of office work tied to it, and let's be real, I did not choose the RV life to sit at a desk all day. In fact, that's the job that I left behind. I don't really want to do as much of that type of work anymore. I mean, I'm going to keep working with them because we do have a history and I love them, and maybe things will pick up next year. And I'm really good at that job, and it's easy, it takes me places, and it can be fun. But for now, that job is my only semi-real source of income, and I definitely need to supplement it with something else. I am a single income household, and I need an actual single income. So another idea I had last year, right at the beginning of fall, was to open an Etsy shop. I'm an artist at heart, so I figured, why not? Etsy seemed like the perfect spot to open a small art shop. And yeah, it is small. I sell stickers and art prints, and let me tell you, I had some big dreams for that shop. But reality hit fast, and it hit hit hard. It turned into a full-time job pretty quickly. And guess what? It involved a lot of sitting at my desk again, creating, packing, shipping, rinse and repeat. And honestly, that took me down faster than a triple espresso on an empty stomach. I was pulling in maybe $200 a month. That's right, $200 a month for sitting inside all day long, every day. Definitely not what I signed up for with this whole RV life. I still, even now, add a new piece to the shop every single month, but I'm not sweating the small stuff like I was in the beginning, like the SEO or growing it into a full-blown business anymore. I still get a few orders every single week. I spend half of one day putting them together, and that's it. I'm still making about $200 a month, but let's be real. That Etsy shop is not going to be my golden ticket to financial freedom anytime soon. By the time 2024 rolled around, I was already on to the next big idea: real estate. North Carolina is my home base currently. And with an interior design background, I figured, why not become a North Carolina broker? I mean, I could help people find their new homes while exploring different cities and towns, which, fun fact, is how I got started on YouTube in the first place. So I went to a class, I got my license, and I signed up with a brokerage. And then reality set in. The first problem, I didn't know anyone in North Carolina. It's really more of a pass-through state for me, so finding clients turned into a full-time job of its own. On top of that, the deeper I got into real estate, the more I realized I'd have to stay in North Carolina if I wanted it to really work. And once again, definitely not the reason I hit the road in the first place. So yeah, I basically shelled out about $3,000 to get my license, only to realize it's not going to be a full-time RV-friendly gig. But I am going to keep the license, one, because I spent way too much money to just let it go, and two, I can still use my referral network all across the US to bring in some cash here and there while I travel. But for now, it's kind of just sitting on the back burner. And that, my friends, brings me to the start of my YouTube channel. Honestly, starting this channel was so much harder than quitting my job that I had for 2 decades and going full-time RV. I've never been comfortable on camera, like ever. But everybody kept telling me that's what I needed to do as a real estate agent. So I sucked it up, made a bunch of super cringy videos, and slapped them online. And yes, they are still there if anyone is brave enough to check them out. Just know, I warned you, they are cringy. Needless to say, I have learned a ton over the last 4 months of being on YouTube. And while it's been ridiculously hard and time consuming, I am happy to say it's also been so much fun. I get to see new places, meet new people, and share all of it with you guys. Okay, I'm absolutely no Mr. Beast yet, but I can feel myself getting better with every single video. Hopefully you guys can see that progress too. Initially, I started the channel to find clients moving to North Carolina, but after a few videos geared towards that audience, I started to get kind of bored. I mean, I chose this RV life to explore and have adventures, not just to talk about the best homes in Hampstead, North Carolina. So after about 2 months of real estate focused content, I decided to switch things up completely. And that's what happened last month in September of 2024. Now, I will admit I've been making content hoping that something would magically click and I would get monetized, which would seriously ease some of my financial stress. But surprise, it hasn't been that easy. I did kind of know it wouldn't be, though. I mean, nothing worth having ever comes easy, right? But the pressure of focusing on monetization has taken a toll on my mindset. The truth is, I love talking about design, RVing, travel, and all the things that come with it. And I believe the kind of channel I want to create now would have been a huge help to the me then a year ago when I first started this journey. So my hope is that by sharing this adventure with all of you, mishaps and all, you'll benefit from my trial and error too. Going forward, I will be sharing my YouTube stats with you guys every week so you can see the honest, unfiltered journey to monetization. And maybe it will inspire some of you out there to take on the things that scare you as well. Because no matter your age or circumstances, it is never too late to start something new and love every part of the ride. I mean, next year is my 50th year. Can't believe it. And I intend for that year to be the most amazing, epic year I've ever had. I do realize that I'm kind of starting in the middle of my YouTube journey, but instead of backtracking, I'm just going to jump in from today. So here is Office Tony, and here is a snapshot of my stats from October 14th, 2024. Well, hey guys, it is Office Tony here, and I'm doing something new. I have never Zoom shared my screen before or recorded on my laptop. So we're going to see how this goes. And then the next time, I'm going to have to learn a little bit more for next week. So bear with me. But just so you know, it is happy hour and I have my wine. But I just want to share my stats for the last 7 days. We don't need to go further than that. At this point, hold on. It's not showing me all of the things that I want to see. I'm in the analytics tab. I have 505 total subscribers, which is so great. I am so grateful for all of you. And, but I have gray arrows, which means it's basically red. It's gone down over the last week, mostly because I haven't uploaded anything, obviously just 2 shorts in the last week. And that's because I was on a girls' trip with my sisters at a country festival and I did not plan ahead. So that is my bad. And I'm pretty sure that YouTube just decided she's inconsistent. She does not belong in our algorithm. So this is where I'm starting from. I have 1.8K views and 505 subscribers. So on the way to monetization, here's where I am right now. I am halfway there, but I am still just a bit away from halfway for the watch hours. I know that will come later, but that's where I am. So this week I am posting 3 videos, including this one, a vlog each week, talking about my updated status, my money situation, what I'm doing, and all of that good stuff. Because not only is it to help me grow my channel and expand my horizons, I guess, but also to kind of give you maybe some ideas about how you can also do this too. I mean, I'm trying everything, but this YouTube is a way for me to kind of write a memoir without actually writing it, I guess. It originally was about monetization, but now it's become more like a tracker, a journey tracker. So that's where we are. And this is where we are today on Monday, October 14th, 2024. So I'm going to turn you back over to in the forest park, whatever she is today, Tony, and she'll tell you about my new endeavor that I have coming up that I'm so excited about and can't wait to share. So until next week, I will see you later. Starting now, I am publishing at least 3 new videos every single week, plus a few shorts for good measure. I am also totally open to ideas from you guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any content ideas, what you'd really like to see, or even just maybe what you enjoy watching on YouTube. I am definitely game to push myself further out of my comfort zone. Well, within reason, of course. So let's do this. And that brings me to today and the next big adventure train I'm jumping on, which I'm really, really excited about. I am going to become a traveling bartender. I've worked in restaurants my entire life, literally since I was 13. I even picked up a job last summer bartending at a campground bar and made a decent chunk of change. But honestly, I had no idea this could be a full-on traveling career. I guess I just assumed you had to stay in one place to work in the service industry, right? seemed logical. Well, here's where the idea came from. I was at a country music festival last weekend, and I started chatting with one of the bartenders. Turns out she travels all over the US working big, huge, fancy, non-fancy events. It was like a bright, shiny aha moment thrown at me directly from the universe, or maybe hitting me over the head the next morning because I probably shouldn't have actually had that last margarita. But anyway, the light bulb is on, and I am all in. I can travel to all the places, put in some hours at fun events, meet a ton of people from everywhere, and make great money while I'm at it. The funniest part about this whole thing, before my RV dream, I had this vision that once my daughter went off to college, I'd literally live in a hut on the beach and bartend at night to make money and meet new people. I told everyone, literally everyone, that was my post-empty nester dream. I really thought that dream had just faded away. Isn't it ironic that now it's back in full force? I mean, I'm basically already living in my hut. It's just on wheels, and I can park it at any beach I want. It's funny. The way the universe works sometimes absolutely amazes me. And in case anyone is wondering, as a traveling bartender, you are basically a cocktail slinging nomad. You hop from one spot to the next, shaking up drinks at local bars, restaurants, and fancy events like weddings or those parties where someone inevitably attempts the worm after one too many margaritas. I mean, one day you're mixing mojitos at a beautiful golf event, and the next you're serving up IPAs at a 3-day country music festival on the beach. I mean, who knows where you'll end up next? The beauty is you get to choose where and when. And from what I've researched so far, which has not been a huge amount, these roaming bartenders make a pretty decent living while having fun and traveling. Becoming one, it's surprisingly simple if you've got any restaurant experience at all. Learning the drinks is the easy part, especially if you practice at home, like yours truly. There are 4 states, well, 3 states and Las Vegas, that require specific certifications to serve alcohol, but they are affordable certifications and super easy to get. And that's exactly where I am at in this process. My goal this week is to get all 4 certifications and revamp my resume to show off my bartending chops. I am also diving into research on companies that staff these events, and FYI, there are a lot of them. I will share all that info with you guys next week in my next vlog once I've done some more digging. But for now, just know I've got a new plan. And this one feels way more actionable than some of my previous ideas. Plus, this career, it's basically everything I've been searching for like the last 5 years of planning my daughter's college years. I mean, drinks, people, events, music, fun. Sign me up right now. So I am ready to jump into this new adventure as a traveling bartender and see where it takes me. I've got a plan, I've got the excitement, and maybe a little bit of nerves, but hey, that's all part of the fun, right? If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a single crazy step of this amazing journey. I will be sharing all the behind the scenes, my progress on the road to becoming a cocktail slinging nomad, and of course, more updates on my income streams and YouTube stats every single week. Plus, if you've got any ideas for content or you just want to share what you love watching on YouTube, then drop it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch up with you next week with more updates and hopefully some bartending gigs on the books. But for now, see ya.